up with you guys. So yeah, so you guys have been asking about a lot of different picks. Last couple of days. Of course, I want to do as many streams as I can, but I was like, Friday may be really good for this. I always say it's relaxed, but it is. But we're going to actually answer questions about a lot of the ones you guys asked about. And at the end of the stream, if somebody has some other ones they want to ask about, then we can talk about those as well. As I always say, I want to make sure there's as much alpha in these streams as possible. People are getting as much information as they need. So yeah, like I don't want to just come on here and ramble about the same picks all the time. Want to make sure you guys are learning stuff, and got some other things I got to take care of for the Patreon today that I'm going to get to. But anyway, see, always ramble. But good morning, guys. Some picks are looking good. Some picks are looking okay, but the overall market is pretty decent. Solana is trying to get back up there. Oh, it's been 5% today. 5% is a lot for Solana. So it's finally getting back up there. Bitcoin is at 41. No, I have not looked at the market, so I'm kind of not in shock, but yeah, I didn't see all this stuff. But anyway, oh yeah, that's a nice little thing for Bitcoin. So let's get into the news, and then I'm going to answer the picks that you guys have been asking about. I probably missed maybe 4 or 5, but I looked into quite a bit of them. So it's going to be a long stream of ones you asked. I hate the word asked about already, and then I can answer some other ones later. But it's funny. I was looking at this article here. It said North Korean hackers are getting away with a lot less crypto, even as theft attempts rise, because apparently they've been trying a lot, a lot this year to hack these. They do a lot of DEX hacking and stuff like that, and sometimes people think some people do rug pull. Don't get me wrong; they use it as an excuse, but they do try to hack quite a bit of DEXs or whatever. But the thing is, I think a lot of people are getting smarter, so it's not necessarily that they're getting away with less. A lot of people are just getting smarter in crypto, but even the smartest people and the most veteran people in crypto can get hacked. So it doesn't, mean you don't know what you're doing. Like there's so many ways to get hacked in crypto. They said North Korean linked crypto hacks hit a record high in 2023, but the stolen assets dropped by 41% compared to 2022. And it's crazy because the prices are going up now. So you think they would get more money. Hacks on decentralized finance protocols, once a popular target for cyber criminals, are dwindling. North Korean hacks pose a significant threat to the global finance and critical infrastructure. Of course, we know it's not only North Korea. It's just Americans like saying North Korea does bad stuff. Sounds good. Not saying they don't, but people are getting smarter. This is something dope that I saw. So this is Swan Bitcoin. If you don't know, pretty much it's just a financial service that helps people buy Bitcoin or whatever it could be for first time, continuous buys, whatever. But just pretty much help them save their financial wealth in Bitcoin, because we see what the American dollar is doing and inflation and all that mess. But now I can think as of this summer, their Swan Bitcoin unveils their mining unit. So they want to create their own mining unit, with pretty much what people use to mine Bitcoin. Pretty much the story is down here. Said Bitcoin financial services firm Swan Bitcoin unveiled its newly formed Bitcoin mining business unit, Swan Mining, which already has 160 megawatts worth of computing power up and running. Swan Bitcoin has been operational since the summer of last year and has been previously in stealth mode, according to a statement shared with CoinDesk. The mining business has been funded by institutional investors with more than $100 million so far. The company intends to raise more capital to expand its operations, a Swan spokesperson told CoinDesk. So look, everybody knows the halving is coming up. So everybody's trying to get their mining power up. Everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie now. Maybe they won't be one of the biggest mining companies, right? But they're still going to make some money off the rewards. Everybody's getting into this now and realizing how legit it is. So anytime you feel scared when you see the Bitcoin price falling or whatever, like, it's always going to come back up. Everybody knows what's going to happen. They know the halving. The ETFs have come. Let me throw one more quick note about the ETFs, and then we're going to get to the picks that you guys asked about. And I got quite a list. With the Grayscale trust going to, converting to an ETF or whatever, also realize, like, yeah, they're selling off, but they're doing it slowly because they want that price to stay in that kind of decent range so people don't get scared off from Bitcoin. But they also want pretty much each client to get the same kind of profits or whatever. You don't want to, one client to be getting more profits than another or whatever. So I think they've been trying to keep it kind of balanced. But like I said, Bitcoin just shot up this morning, and I didn't even know it did this. I'm busy early in the morning trying to figure out a lot of stuff. Usually up around 5 o'clock. But yeah, anyway, let's get to the picks that you guys have asked about. It's a word. I say like AXE, whatever. So let's go to the first one that I have. And so I try to, dive into these, I guess you could say, but they may not always be the deepest dive. But I want to make a statement about this first one because I saw somebody ask about it again. I saw someone ask about it again, and that is Metastrike. So I shouldn't put it up over here because I don't want anybody to get led astray. That is not the market cap. Let me pull it up over here. And notice I'm trying to get to this stuff quicker. I'm gonna master this whole layout of these lives. So it's a low market cap. This is something I said before, and I'm gonna say it again. For one, I can't keep up with every project. I know a lot of people got in at the bottom of this, right? Let me say the statement first, and I may repeat it because I do have a couple of notes to read on it. You have to understand that the way people make money in this market, especially when you're talking about influencers, they use the same tactics that politicians use. You tell a truth with a lie, tell a lie with the truth. What that means is, here's one term I'll always talk about. People say, this coin has the potential to 100x. Yes, I know. Every coin does. Every coin has the potential. Let's say if even a coin is already at a 5 billion market cap, right? That's pretty high. If it's a really reputable project with a lot of backers and a big community, it could still do a 20x, right? It can do a 10x, right? Probably, whatever. So, but it could potentially do 100x as well, because what if all of the projects just disappear and it's the only one left? Potential means there are possibilities out there. So be careful when you hear people say, like, this coin has the potential to do whatever kind of thing. When I say it, I really just try to give people a conservative value. I always talk about, in my group, I am trying to help everybody find their 100x and 1000x or whatever, right? But with coins like this, I can't keep up with every project. I don't know what they're doing lately, but what I can say is what a lot of these influencers will do is I'm not gonna say any names. Y'all read in between the lines. Can you read in between the lines? You reading? Okay, read in between the lines. They'll put a group of these together and be like, I'm being petty right now, but they'll say, hey, Shrapnel is going to be a big project this cycle. The truth is, Shrapnel is going to be a big project this cycle. And other people will sometimes try to find other projects that are like Shrapnel with lower market caps to invest in. If Shrapnel is very lucrative and it's a great investment and people make a lot of gains off it, people want to find the next Shrapnel. That is a potential possibility, right? So that's what they sell people on, that potential possibility of that happening. But what happens is, now let me tell you what happens. I'm probably jumping to my main point. My main point I want to jump into is they'll see this low market cap. Everybody will see it, right? And it's 3 million, right? Cool. So what they'll say is it has the potential to 100x, because you are right. A 100x is very low. But let me say one thing. For one, I think there's a lot of great projects around the same market cap that you can get into that are new this cycle. They have a lot of influencers that will be behind it, have VCs that are going to push it. They have great products and all that kind of stuff, right? Anyway, to my point, they'll say this market cap is low and it could 100x, right? But what they are doing with you, they have already got into this project. They don't want it to 100x. They don't need it to 100x. They'll do something like, to some of you guys, this may not be a lot of money. And some of you will probably say this is a lot of money. But what they'll do is get in before you. They'll dump $20,000 in, say when it was a 1.5 million market cap. They'll dump $20,000 in, and they'll tell you it's a potential 100x. They will only wait for it to 3 or 5x. Pull their now they have $100,000, while you guys, because if they tell you high number 100x, the only time you're going to start wondering is around 10, maybe 20x. You'll start thinking about pulling something out, but that first 3 to 5x, you're not thinking about pulling out. So they have already 3x and 5x their money and put it into another project that they know is coming out. That's going to be a better project, and you guys are, for the rest of the bull run, like, all right, it's going to 300x, and guess what? It probably will. You're excited at the end of the bull run, maybe 100x is whatever, but they've already made they've made probably a 1500x off what they sold you. So you got to be careful with that. I'm always talking about and think about the psychology of the market, and people only want to hear about microcaps and why they're good, but you got to realize the games that are being played with you sometimes. I say that to say Metastrike is not one of the best looking games right now to me. Here's the other truth. They launched with great partners when they did launch. But I don't know if those backers are still behind this project. Crypto, has enough risk as it is. So you want to ask yourself, do you want additional risk? When you're investing in these different coins, try to find fresh projects with low market caps, with great backers behind them. Excuse me, with great product, great communities on all that kind of stuff. Is the project still good? Did they launch a few months ago or at the end of the last bull cycle? There are projects that did launch right after the cycle, top last cycle, that will do well this cycle. They kept developing. They still have a great product. But some of these products will get overshadowed. I believe this game will get overshadowed by better games out there. I will come back and change my mind if I see something different. Because people are scared to say that, tell you not to invest in something or something's bad because it can run, and then they look like they didn't know what they were talking about. Like I said, I can't know every project, but I do know some of the games that people play at the beginning of cycles like this. I know there's so many hot games coming out, and these influencers will use you to pump their huge bags through, because you would probably only put $100 in there, maybe $1,000. If they put $20,000 in and they do a quick 5x, they've made $60,000 to $100,000. That's why you see it go up and then you'll see it come back down, because they pulled out that quick $100,000 they made. They're not even focused on it anymore. So when you come back to their channel in a couple of months, be like, hey, dude, what you still thinking about? Blah, 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 blah. They don't know what to say. They'll make up a story. And if they're smart, they'll do a fake follow-up video. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to help y'all know the game. So they're not, like I said, they're not waiting for that 100x. They just getting that quick 3-5x out of you, and they on out the way. All right, the next one. I feel like this is going to be that thing. Y'all ever saw the movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, when they asked them to read their letters from home, and because nobody could read, and the first letter was bad, and everybody's like, I don't want you to read my letter no more. I don't want to make it like that, but listen, I'm just going to tell you what I think. AGI, Delium, have been asked about a billion times. I don't really like what I see out of Delium. Once again, I can be wrong. Let me re-look up one thing that I saw on Delium. Yeah, they had a don't do that to me right now. They had a slew, a long list of what I would call decent backers, not super backers, not whatever. To me, let's see, and this was launched. It was launched in April, which is pretty recent or whatever. I don't know. I'm just not the most bullish off it. It's got a decent market cap. it's just not something I was necessarily bullish on. I'm not just convinced that it's a real hot play for this cycle. It doesn't really make me excited to like really want to check out. When I look at their site, and even I think some of the engagement on their Twitter is kind of decent, but um, I don't know. Some people may start marketing it later in the cycle, but I just want to make the most solid bet that I can make. I want to see as much as I can see now. Maybe they'll start marketing later. Maybe they'll show development later because, like I said, this market started early this cycle because of the whole ETF thing. Um, and so a lot of people who have already planned to not start doing their marketing until April, May. The market really still is at a sit still, even in normal cycles. Next fall, it would kind of still be in a sit still. But if you got in early on projects, of course, you're already up 10, 20x. And hopefully that's where a lot of you are if you start in the bear market, at least up 20x on what you started with. So they could be planning to do stuff later, but I need to see some action now. I was just not really bullish on it. Now this next one could be potentially controversial. Let me try to stick to my notes, what I wrote on this one. Oh my gosh. So don't y'all kill me. Once again, I don't come on my channel try to act like the all-knowing guru. And some people are scared to say that stuff is bad or good because, whatever. What I will tell you about Nexa is they have the proof of work narrative going for them if people are following that narrative and like it. They have a great team. I will say that they definitely have a great team behind them. They want to, pretty much solve the trilemma, um, which a lot of people are bullish on. A lot of people are talking about Nexa next because of the whole Casper run that we had before, and different people. It also has the mining narrative working for it because people want to mine and make money and sell the rewards. But sometimes I feel like that's all these projects have. Like people are gonna mine it for the rewards, but how bullish can this project get? Like I said, I feel like they're just following the whole Casper community driven project thing. And I mean, you can only have so many of those. I think Casper did well for that. Saying that it's fair launch, community driven. People like, oh, there's no VCs behind it. We're the ones we got to buy it fair and square on the market first, and there's nobody to dump on us. Hopefully this is showing on screen. Yeah, it is. So I mean, you can have some narratives start a narrative and others will follow it. But that whole community thing and fair launch, I don't know how many will necessarily follow that. I know a lot of people try to do it with Traxa. A lot of people that I respect say they like Traxa too. I don't like Traxa. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't care about being wrong. I'm going to make my money where I make my money. But for me, they want all this heavy adoption. Like I said, they do have a great team, right? But in order for that major adoption, you have to have a great team, great developers, but you need those VCs backing. You need those different partnerships if you want, heavy adoption behind the protocol or whatever you're building. Great developers because without developers to really, I mean not developers, without VCs to really push the price, which is what they do. I don't know why people are acting like VCs are just your enemy. I feel like it just may be one of those things that people just mine for rewards. Like some of the other projects. I don't like that they put 10 billion transactions, was it per day or whatever, because that's just standard 100,000 transactions per second, which is pretty high. I'm not saying it's not. It's pretty good, but I don't like the gimmicky stuff. I don't like that 10 billion transactions per day kind of stuff. Like, they're still developing. It's like they have a lot of room to grow. But this is what I'll say about it. When you have a bunch of new toys in a room, like we're going to have this cycle with all these shiny new cryptos that we have coming out, um, they're all shiny new toys, especially the gaming projects. They're like shiny, new, amazing, beautiful toys. Nexa is like the thing in the corner that people's like, look, I got Energizer batteries. These batteries last longer. I'm Duracell batteries. They last longer. And people like, they so focused on the game they're playing, they don't give a crap. They've already bought a slew of cheap batteries. They're just going to keep switching the batteries out. That's what Nexa feels like to me. Sorry, I don't want to flood anybody's project. It could still do well because of the proof of work. It has a great team. The mining narrative. What they're saying they're doing the fair launch, the community driven. If the community really gets behind them, it could do well. But let's look at where the chart has been for the last year. Kind of up and down, kind of up and down. When did they launch? They launched at the beginning of last year. Oh, it feels weird because we're in 2024. I was about to say the beginning of this year. Um, it could do decent, but it's not one of my shiny toys that I'm excited about. All right, so the next project, if I can spell correctly, is Alephium. Now, this one, um, this one I've seen people that I respect talk about, right? Um, and so good technology. Once again, it's in the proof of work narrative. Also has the DAG thing going forward, and sharding or whatever. So a lot of people are seeing it as the next Casper. They see. Did you see this big old candle on the sucker though? Look, this is where other people were getting in at. Back in October, they were getting in at 14 cents. So if you see a video people talking about the X potential for it, a lot of those potential X's already gone. But let me one thing I listen. I want to get a lot of stuff may sound techie and nerdy that I'm talking about today, and I know I usually try to break stuff down, and I still will. But I'm just trying to talk about the stuff that's going to get shielded at you and how you're going to hear it and why it may be good or why it may be bad. So Alephium, it's proof of work. It's got the DAG technology. They're saying they're working to be interoperable. That's what turns me off from a lot of plays this cycle, because if they're not talking about interoperability and working with other protocols and other projects, then you're pretty much like standing out there and alone in the desert and you're trying to take on whole teams or whatever. Um, it's great technology, but it's ran quite a bit, as you can see, and that's from October. That's not like for over the year. That's a big candle. It's 14 cents a while ago. A lot of people got in this project at 8 million. It's at 143 million right now. And I'm only telling this to you guys because you're here at the end of the bear market, the beginning of the bull cycle, whatever. So you deserve to know this information. Here's my problem with Alephium, though, that I try to save the best for last. What am I just going to say? My problem with Alephium is that its programming language is not a common programming language. Yeah, the programming language is made to be secure and and to be more scalable and have low cost transaction fees. But I mean, how many projects use Ralph as a programming language? Like people, for one, you want interoperability projects that work with other projects, even not necessarily work on interoperability, but most programmers and developers are going to learn the languages that are most common, that are the most fruitful for them in their pockets. Ralph is not a very common programming language. I know Rand has talked about it, so Rand says somebody's got a big channel, people going to ape into it. Um, but yeah, Ralph is not a common programming language. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Did they change their programming language? So it's kind of like a shrug for me. I'm not very excited about it. Um, like I said, some projects that launched after the last bull can still do well. This is one of those that launched it launched in like January 2022 as the bull cycle was ending. But I feel like when we started in the bear market, Alephium was one of the good projects to look at. But do you see the tech that's coming out now? If you don't see the tech that's coming out now, join my Patreon because I talk about it. Um, I don't see it being too hot. I don't know. Um, um, yeah, you want smooth contract, whatever. Low transaction fees, proof of work, DAG. They see it as potentially one of the next Caspers. But it's already at 143 market, 143 million. Like I said, some people got in at 8 million. I can see maybe this could do a 30-40x from here, if that's something you're cool with. But it's still too much if for me. It's too many factors that will slow down my investment in it. The fact that it's already ran. Programming language is not a common programming language. What are their backers like? Did I look at that? I think I did. I got notes all over the place. Let me see if I can pull up some of my notes here. I couldn't really find information on the backers. I think that's why I don't have it in my notes. Yes, so that's that one. Let's go to where we at with time. Am I doing well? I think I'm doing pretty decent. The next one that somebody said they thought I hated it, but I did not hate it. Ooh, I should have. Let me see if I can open another tab as I talk. So a lot of people asked. I don't be afraid to show my weaknesses on stream. I hate that word. Y'all should know by now. I hate that word. I'm gonna answer your questions in a minute. Maybe I should take a break and answer. I'm gonna answer some questions after this maybe, and then I'm gonna get back to the rest of the list because I got some on here. I got some on here. So somebody said they thought I hated this one. I did not say I hated it. I think, like I said, they had some FUD with whether they were going to be really Web 3 or Web 2 because it kind of pulled out. One of the investors that invested 100 million into this project pulled out because I guess they saw that some of the Web 2 gamers weren't too happy about Web 3 or whatever. But they said they turned around. They're committed to Web 3. The game looks amazing. Let me see if I can pull. Um, Let me see if I can pull something up on the game for you guys that haven't seen it, because I don't want anybody to think I'm just flooding their bags or um, somebody said they thought I hated it. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's not going to happen for me that way. Or maybe I should have just pulled up there. Yeah, Lorena, you made that kind of difficult, dude. Uh, so hopefully you guys are seeing that. Um, I'm trying to find that trailer. Maybe they should leave the trailer at the top. But anyway, I'm sorry. I should have pulled the tab up before. But the game looks great. It's only about them staying committed to their people. A lot of people feel like they kind of betrayed them with some of the stuff. Okay, they got this everywhere. I feel they should keep the trailer near the top pin somewhere. But I don't run the project, so I don't know. But yeah, so like I said, they're known in the Web 2 world. Some people did like them in the Web 2 world because the game looks great. They've been on Imagine Game Networks, which is one of the biggest gaming networks, so they got some publicity. Hopefully, they can bring people back around. They have some pretty decent backers behind them. Big Brain Holdings is one of my favorite. They got Chain Hill Capital. It's a recent launch. They did launch. Yeah, just in June or whatever. Like I said, they just had that little FUD behind them that they got to answer to make sure they gain the respect of the people that are in the community again. Okay, so let me read some of you guys' comments and I'm gonna get back because I'm trying to answer the questions you guys asked me about. Up, yep. The price is going up. I'm gonna look at it. Let me see. Let me look at the price of Bitcoin again. I like looking at that sometimes. You can't let it make you too excited or too bearish. It's just kind of like, okay, you kind of see where we are. Don't let it control your emotions too much. Yeah, I'm gonna say this real quick. It's a lesson I learned when you talk about, like, a lot of you guys don't know. Like, somebody's like, oh, like the stuff I said about Archie was to build my channel. I got big channels other places. I do a lot of different things outside of crypto, entertaining, writing, comedy. I do everything. So one thing I learned in doing this stuff is they say when you're getting some fame or attention, to never let people pretty much control your emotions and make you think you're bigger than what you are. Don't let people think you're this make people think you're this big grandiose celebrity, whatever, and let it get to your head. But the same when people are talking trash about you and saying that you're nothing. You can't let people's opinions affect how you feel about yourself. You got to stay level headed. So I take that same point of view when I look at Bitcoin. Like, that's cool. Okay, the price is going up, but don't get too euphoric because it can drop at any moment. Like, because when you let Bitcoin control your emotions or whatever, like, strongly, you won't last in this market because you'll be dumping and selling and buying back and all that kind of stuff. So it's cool to see the price going up. I don't know why that is yet. I know I'm supposed to be the source of news, but I'll look later. But yeah, it's cool to see the price going up. Sandbach said, if I'm not saying your name right, look, teach me how to say it. Said, good morning from Orange County. Good morning. Another day, another jam. Hi, bro. I appreciate your effort. What do you, sorry, what do you, what, I guess you're saying was my Casper price prediction. I don't do price predictions, but I will say, I've said it before, but I'm trying to see where it is and answer respectfully and with the current knowledge that's out there. For me, man, I see Casper maybe doing I say 15 to 20x, 30 bullish. I think 30 is really bullish, to be honest, but we don't know. The market could go crazy, but I keep saying 15 to maybe 20x. a lot of people, I've seen people like try to argue with me because maybe their source of information told them it's going to 400x. So in their mind, they're like, I one guy was telling me, I am being conservative because it could 400x. So 80 to 100x is conservative. You believe that if you want to. This is my channel. I'm gonna say what I want to say. It's not gonna do no 80x. I think I'm willing to bet some crypto on that. So 80x is you talking about 160, 170 million. But no, you understand, it's the next Bitcoin and it's better and at least should get close to Ethereum. That's cool if you believe that. If that's your conviction, follow your conviction. You don't have to follow my conviction. Like I said, it's not financial advice, but 15 to 20x is what I see. 30x is really bullish to me from where it is now. Yeah, I say 15 to 20x. 400x, absolutely. I will bet all my crypto on that. Like I'll take that. I'll shake on that. Like I will shake on that. Listen to me. I will shake on that. It's not going 400x. Vision Games introduce a node like Myria. It's a good project. What's your opinion? I've never even heard of that. Let me look over. Let me look over here because I won't put none on the screen just yet. I'm still answering the ones you guys have asked about before, so I don't want you to think I stopped answering the other one that you are giving me. A couple more to go. Oh, is it Vision Game? And maybe not Vision Games. It launched. I might have to look into that one later. It launched quite a while ago. I don't see any of the backers behind it. It does have some decent exchange listings, but like I said, it did launch a while ago. I guess this will be on my list to look up next time and to give you guys some information on. You say you are a hidden gem YouTuber, man. Oh, appreciate it. I'm just really trying to help people. I'm not even really trying to be a YouTuber. I told you, my friends had to hassle me to even start this channel. Like, y'all don't understand. I was not going to do this. But I want to help people make some money. I feel like this is the last time, one of the last cycles to really make some good money. Where we at? 32 minutes. Not bad. I don't think that's bad. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get this stream thing down to such a nice flow. It's gonna be so dope. How are you today? What do you think about compete? I've seen compete a lot, especially in the bear market. I'll say one thing is, the product looks good. Where are they right now? The game does look good. It does look good. Not gonna knock it. I didn't invest in it. I don't think I plan on it. Like I said, I can't hold every project out there. At 21 million market cap. Let me see. Yeah, they still gotta get some more exchanges. How long has Compete been out? It's been out quite a while, like after the bull cycle ended last time. But like I said, they do have a working product. It's a great game. It just depends on, how much the community or people in their community get behind it and push it. Um, I did look at the game, but as far as a project and an investment, I haven't looked deep into it for that purpose. It's a great product though. The community just has to push it, which I think they have. A lot of people got in around 7 million, so it's about maybe like a 3x from the bottom. At least I think that's what I remember. In the bear market is around 7 million. So yeah, it's a pretty good looking project, but it's not something I'm investing in because, like I said, I know some projects around the same market cap that are fresh this cycle with some big backers behind it. And when I say big backers, I mean influencers and money as far as VCs. So it's not one of my picks this cycle, but it looks dope if it's your conviction. Why do you know why Joy's dropping so much? Let me see what Joy's doing. So like I said, I know a lot of people probably follow channels like this. So people put a valid video, and then so to defend their positions or why they made a video. One, I always tell people there's been time in between. I don't usually change my picks a lot or change my mind on picks. Still holding it for a while. We're gonna see what it does. But because like I said earlier, so this is going to be about a project that I made an actual video on that I invested in, compared to the same thing I was saying about Nexa earlier. When you got all these new shiny toys coming in, um, it's just like I've been saying this forever. It opens up competition. So if you're following channels that keep telling you about the same picks they were talking about in the bear market, and I want to say some, y'all know who I'm talking about. They don't even know the new picks that are coming out. So when you have the knowledge that I have about the stuff that's coming out, you kind of got to be like, okay, there's a lot of new shiny toys out now, and I know there's even shinier toys coming out. The good thing about Joy is that the backers they have behind them, they can still push it, because they want to make their investors money. But Joy's got a lot of competition out there, a lot of new shiny toys, and they look really nice. They look sexy. So Joy, y'all got to come with something sexy. I mean, put on some Victoria's Secret, something. I mean, it ain't got to be a thong, but make yourself sexy. Because people looking at the sexy stuff, you know. So hopefully it's, that's probably, let's see what they've been doing in the last. Yeah, that's a dropping, dropping. Look at that. That's a big old mountain. Come on, Joy. But because I got in so early, back before I made that video. So if you're asking, which I'm not afraid to address, you're saying, hey, Zoe, you made a video on this. I bought this because you made a video on it. What do you think about it? Like I said, they need to do something sexy, if they want their investors to make their money back. With all the sexy new toys out there, um, in the bear market, what Joy had a chance to do, may or may not change. I don't know. It could still do crazy numbers. Um, I would say, I mean, it still should get the 2 billion market cap though, because of the backers they have behind them. I don't think they're just going to let it fall. So it still can, because we don't know the crazy market to come in this cycle. We don't know the developments they're still going to have, but I think it should still get to at least 2 billion. So yeah, that's not me flip flopping. I still hold it. Just trying to let you know that the shiny new toys, it depends on how they are marketing themselves to people and how bullish the community remains on it. Let's see where we are with time. All right, let's do good. We're gonna keep this going, keep this moving. Um, oh, Sailor. Yeah, I know about Sailor on Say. Did I think I was about to buy it. I went through the whole process and I was about to buy it. Um, because you can get into that early because it is difficult to get into, but I just want to know, where they can end up landing though. Like what? Oh, excuse me. Look at me talking. Yeah, that's not. They didn't have these listings when I was looking at Sailor. What was it? It was lower than this. It had to be at least half of this when I looked at it. I didn't know they had all those exchange listings. That's why I said, look, we can't make every pick, but I do remember thinking like, hey man, yeah, it was down there, yeah. What was I really going? I think it was half of this. So I think I was like 3 cents, yeah. Um, I did not catch it down here. For the guys who got it down here, they did their thing. They did their thing. But no, I didn't even know they had those exchange listings. So like I said, I can't keep up with every project. Even the name is dope. They really did. I mean, they killed that. It's Kryptonite Sailor, yeah. Taraxa seems more like vaporware. Yeah, I'm not really studying Taraxa. It can do well. I know people are like, well, I'm investing in Taraxa. I'm gonna come back and clip this and show you how you said this was trash and look where it's at now. That's fine. I don't care. I don't like Taraxa. Sorry. Diego says, "Oh, what's up, my boy? Patreon is fire. Appreciate it, man. I don't. I'd be forgetting to talk about my Patreon on her. I think I did. I know I forgot like the last two streams or whatever. Feeling a little bit better now, as you guys can see. So I'm getting back to myself. But yeah, I don't talk about it enough. Yeah, join the Patreon. I'll plug it somewhere. Man, should I plug it now? I don't know. Let's see. Because we got to get back to business. Um, what's going on here? That took way too long. But yeah, there's the Patreon, guys. Patreon is at patreon.com/cryptozone. Diego say he enjoys it, and so yeah, we're gonna keep that like that. We're going back over here. So, what other questions we have? Oh no, I already read that one. Troy said, I'm in crypto Seth Sapro groups. You're an awesome gem hunter as well. So awesome channel, bro. Thank you, Troy. Thank you. Appreciate it so much. I'll try. There's a lot of stuff that I have to do. I'm telling y'all don't realize my day is nonstop. Like, even when y'all see me answering it seems like I'm joking and I got time in the Patreon. Like, usually I'm like, I got a big screen here, so I'm like in another window researching or doing something different. Or yeah, it's just my day is nonstop. So if I ever like stop talking in Patreon, it's not because I'm ignoring y'all. It's because I'm still working. I'm still working to find new picks or whatever. Um, Troy said I pitched Say Talks to Seth and Saper, but their pick yet. But not their pick yet. At least I honor the group and keep their picks private. Um, let's see. What is that? What is that? Was that supposed to be on my list? I feel like I saw this one, and I'm not sure if I got to it yet because I still got like a couple more to talk about in the stream. Let me see. 41 minutes. Hmm. I'll keep this one for later, for probably the next stream. Answer some more questions, and I want to get to the. No, let me see. Let me get back to answering the ones that I did have already, and then I'll get back to you guys' questions. But I think the next one was, and I don't know what you think. I'm ignoring you guys' questions and comments. So this was the next one. So what Ando wants to wait. Is that on screen? Yeah, it is. So what Ando does is it wants to bring like U.S. Treasuries and money market funds on chain, pretty much RWA real world assets, which is not my most bullish narrative that I follow. And U.S. Treasuries. Anyway, so they have this stable coin that they're trying to create as well. Let me go back. Sorry. So what Ando wants to do is bring like U.S. Treasuries and money markets on chain, on chain, like a real world asset. In addition, they also sounds stupid to me, but whatever. They have a sorry guys. They have a stable coin that they're also trying to create, which is backed by low risk assets like U.S. Treasuries and whatever else they want to do or whatever. They also have Ando Ether, which is a token that tracks the yield earnings on Ethereum or whatever. So I guess it kind of mirrors the earnings or whatever of Ethereum. There are some projects that bring the traditional finance into Web3 that I really like and they sound cool. But granted, there's going to be a lot of people coming to crypto this cycle, especially with the Bitcoin ETFs, that will find stuff like this attractive and they will like it. I can understand how this project could do well. For the people that follow stuff like that, it just sounds boring as crap to me. But what I will say is, because I'm here to review the projects that people ask about, they have some of the best backers that you can have. So that's why you see it probably trending a lot and you see people talking about it. Yeah, they literally have some of the best backers in the space. They got Digital Currency Group, they have Pantera, they have Richard Ma, they have CMS Holdings, they have, yes, Coinbase Ventures, and I'm pretty sure let's see, is it already on there? Which is why it probably could run. Yeah, it's already on Coinbase. So what happens let me tell y'all. Well, let me say. So like I said, they got some of the best backers: Digital Currency Group, Pantera, Richard Ma, CMS Holdings, Coinbase Ventures, Divergence, and a bunch of other great investors. Once again, I said I don't like the project, but I will tell you the truth. They have great backers, great investors. For those of you sometimes that see 300 million market cap as a big market cap, in crypto, that's not a big market cap. Number two, what happens for them? They got a lot of great exchanges. They have Bybit, they have HTX, they have Gate.io, they have KuCoin. But the most one that the one most important ones that people want is Coinbase. And what happens when you're on Coinbase and you're already on Coinbase, which I don't realize is what happens in this cycle. There are people who come in and you don't understand what FOMO is. FOMO is. You think FOMO is they come on to Coinbase and they find a cool game, or they come on to Coinbase and they hear about this layer one and they invest in it. Some people really FOMO. They don't care what they're throwing their money in. They just throw it. There's like, I found this app called Coinbase. People say you can make a lot of money and they just go down and just click random stuff and throw 200 here, 300 here. And so that's the advantage that Ando has beyond people. If people don't even know what it is, if people don't know the backers, because the VCs are going to push this thing and 300 million is really nothing. This thing could really get pushed. There are people just going to go on Coinbase and start clicking buttons. You know, you ever gave like a remote control to like a 2-year-old or your phone they just start pushing stuff. that's what's going to happen, and that's why Ando could potentially do well. In addition to what they offer, if people are that's attractive for people and different investors, so Ando could still do well. Notice I've said I probably don't like a lot of these projects, but I'll tell you reasons why they can also do well. I don't want to just say no because it's a no to me, and because I don't, because it's not pumping my bags. I'm not just going to tell you no. So Ando could do very well. Once again, I'm gonna tell y'all again, they got a lot of great backers behind them. 300 million is low, so if you want to get like if you want to get like a 1020x and you want to feel comfortable with a 1020x, I think that could this project that could do it. It's not attractive to me at all, but the VCs are gonna pump it. There you have it. And it's on Coinbase. So the retail investors are gonna pump it. Next one that I really can't even I'll search this the way that I searched it because I didn't even see it on CoinGecko or Coin um, Market Cap. I searched it with its ticker on Twitter. And this one, someone asked about, and I want to just say one more thing about it, even though I already answered, so you don't think I'm just flooding your bags and just saying a straight no. I don't like environmental projects, and I'm going to try to say this quickly and get to the last one, and then I'll ask you guys questions. And I feel like this is a good stream. So, environmental projects play on the heartstrings of people. They rarely do what they say they're going to do. I don't know this guy. I don't want to flood his project, but I just don't like environmental projects. And you will hear a lot of people say this. This really started like 2 cycles ago. Because what happens with a lot of these projects is they'll say a lot of nice things and play on people's heartstrings. And you have these people that come into the space and people just act like it's just old people with big hearts. That's not true. Some people will just see it as a donation to an environmental project, and these people know that, and that they're not looking for returns. But my thing is, I want to see what you're doing already. You better be doing something already. Show me a bucket of water. You better show me a bucket of water at least. Show me you turning the brown water clear, or show me you turning muddy brown water into light brown water. Show me something first before you talk something. You understand, guys? What we're trying to do is, and we're go green. And listen, man, you better show me something because I'm not hearing it. And so and those are not projects that are I see as really like really pump hard, so that's why I said no to ECET. That for whoever asked about it, I don't want you to think I was just flooding the bags or whatever. It's just not attractive to me. Now here's one that's very, very controversial, and I don't mind being controversial. Here we go. So this one. And I'm a very honest person. If I wanted to make some quick gains, I wish I caught this sucker at the bottom because this sucker just ran. It ran from like what, like 300,000 maybe. I may be lying, I don't know, but it ran from pretty low. So a lot of people got in early and got in OTK early. Let me say this. OTK does have the potential to do very well. All right. So there's no hate. Let's throw that out the way. It has potential to do very well. It has some exchanges, and it does have. I did find one VC behind it. You usually want a couple. It is one of the few Solana gaming projects. Let's see. So like I said, it's on KuCoin, which gives it a place to be sold and get pumped. I believe they have they have some exchange partners. Like there are some exchanges that are their partners, and I believe it's KuCoin, Mexi, and Gate.io, and I believe right now it's only on KuCoin and Radium. So you still have that potential for that Mexi listing. To me, I say Mexi is the KuCoin of this cycle because we can't use KuCoin in the US anymore. Like KuCoin was my baby. Like, why'd y'all do that to me? But we got Mexi now. It's cool. They have a potential Gate.io listing coming in the future. So those are places at least you kind of can tell they're going to have some exchange listings and some places to pump your bags if you're in OTK. But my thing is, I just feel like there's much better projects in this price range that could garner more hype. Yes, mobile gaming could be potentially. Let me hold on, guys. Mobile gaming can do really well. But the thing is, like I said, the gaming market is very oversaturated. I want the ones that I know. All right, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not God. I'm not whatever you all-seeing being that you believe in. Mine's God. Um, so I can't see the future. I don't, I don't have a DeLorean. I wish I did. If I get crazy money one day, I'm gonna get a DeLorean. But I don't have a DeLorean to go back and, I can't go to the future. Back to the future. But I think it could do well. It's just not one that I think is going to overpump some of the projects that I see. Um, Solana doesn't have as many games on it, so the Solana community could definitely push it. But Solana also has a lot of great games coming out. People don't know this, but that's why you get a Patreon like mine. They got some great games coming out. My thing is, I was going to say that Honeyland is around the same, but it is 2x what OTK is. But I believe, like, far as that mobile gaming narrative in Solana, Honeyland is that. But people could say, hey, Honeyland pump, what else is in Solana? Maybe they could fall back to OTK. But I'm not in the camp of looking for the maybe it could. I need to know and feel very high conviction in it. But if you have high convictions in OTK and the people who are going to pump it in the community, then you do your thing. Don't follow, don't take my word for it. I'm always quoting Reading Rainbow for some reason. But don't just take my word for it. Yeah, but I just feel like there's some around the same market caps with lower market caps that are going to really push past what OTK is. But if you got in that bottom, like some of these people, you probably only need a 10x for 100x or whatever. So, hey, I don't want to flood anybody's bags. Like I said, I believe it can do well. It does have exchange listings possibly coming. It's already on KuCoin. It could get on Mexi. It can get on Gate.io. If you have the conviction, you just wait that out and see what happens. It's also on some great dexes like Radium. Solana's going to be a big narrative this bull run. So OTK could still do pretty well. To me, I see it maybe, and I don't want to flood anybody's bags, but I can see it doing a 30, 40x from here still. That's a pretty decent target. But if you got in earlier, then that's a 90x for you. If you already did a 3x. So yeah, that's what we're working with there. Now let's look at some a little mishap there for a minute. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. All right, let me go back to where I'm all right, here we go. Oh yes, help me by hitting the like button. Hopefully I'm back and not just talking to myself. You guys let me know in the comments if I'm back and you guys can hear me. I think we're back. All right, I'm gonna just keep talking. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, help me by hitting the like button on your way into the stream. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. It helps push the stream out. Salama, isn't that like a meme coin or something? I saw people talking about that. Let's see. Let me not even do it over here because let's do it here. Thank you guys for hanging with me through that little mishap we just had there. Man, I don't be trying to mess with some of these meme coins. Let me see what I can see on it from my little circle here. From my little circle of what I'm seeing, I don't see a lot of people that I know necessarily following this thing. You can't jump in and out of every meme coin. I'll tell you that. It looks like it's pretty new though. I don't mess with a lot of these meme coins. I could check back later. I could be wrong, but it's not on my scope right now. It's not on my scope. What is your most bullish coin right now? You got to be in the Patreon for that, man. Most bullish is just such a. If you knew all the things that I know inside of my brain, it's always hard for me to say that. And I think in the Patreon, I talked about maybe 3, right? But I'm anything I put money in, I'm pretty bullish on, and I think it can make me money. So, and the thing is, like I said earlier, it's all up to to the community to see how far and how hard these things push. So yeah. Can you check C pool and in? I never even heard of these guys. So either you guys got more alpha than me, or you guys are market cap hunting. Which one is it? I'm just kidding. There's plenty of times you guys are gonna know about picks that I don't know about. Well, hopefully not plenty of times because I do study pretty hard. Um, yeah, it could be seen as a cool name. I don't know. Yeah, these I have to look into when a project is first decentralized credit marketplace. A lot of people are trying to do this. It's like a big fun. I mean, people do like DeFi. Um, excuse me, people do like DeFi, but at the same time, um, because like I said, because the Bitcoin ETFs coming in, but you got to really dig into these. You can't just, I can't really look at this quickly and just like, okay, that one's cool or whatever. I'll have to really look into that and see who they are. Let me look. I'll look at one more thing on it. Let me see. Let me look at one more thing on that real quick. I think I was going fast, and look at me, still almost at this hour mark. Don't y'all hang with me? I guess I'm here. I try not to worry about the algorithm all the time, but oh, they got some. They got some. This C pool has some pretty decent backers behind it. So I'll look into it later. Let's see what your other join is over here. You said. Oh, this one. I keep hearing about this one all the time. I don't remember being excited about Nuco Cloud. But I'll look into it. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. But it didn't make me excited. Like um, honestly, I don't want to say it on stream and fuck nobody's bags, but I think when I did look into it, I think I remember not liking it. Do you at Tank said, do you think this BRC20 narrative will fly? Mint layer. I'm not really okay, let's see. Um I can't say it won't fly because with the Bitcoin ETFs and all the stuff, and people always trying to. It depends on how people market it. Mint layer could do well, but like I said, I don't really mess with any like Bitcoin layer twos and stuff like that unless I see like they got some crazy partners behind it. Like I was saying with Satoshi VM the other day, I know people are excited about it. What? Satoshi is a VM, it's a virtual machine, it's gonna be like Ethereum, it's on Bitcoin, it's gonna be crazy. But as like I said in my group, like the big people who hold Bitcoin, I'm not talking the big people I'm not talking about this necessarily even micro sailors and stuff like that. They don't really like this stuff. They want Bitcoin to be a store of value. They don't want to put dApps and different stuff on Bitcoin. That's not what they see. So just that in itself, it gives me like it makes it a little bit more risky for me. That's what I don't really. Listen, I could be wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I keep telling y'all this. I don't have to be the all-knowing guru. And it's not about being an all-knowing guru. It's about telling the future. I can't tell the future. So these projects could do well, but I don't mess with them because that's not what people want. Like I say, even tech them. I got in tech them before anybody really knew about it. I got in like $3 and I sold it at $15. I made a quick 5x. I usually don't do trades, but that's what I did with tech them. Got on out. I don't see people wanting to put it on paper. But no, you don't understand. This is great technology. And with Tectum is you can split it up and you don't have to you can split the keys up and blah blah. I understand what Tectum is, but I don't see people doing that. I've always saw Tectum. I got in the bear market because there's nothing else, and I want to make some quick gains. But Tectum feels like me. It feels like a great marketing. It feels like they got a great looking product, great website or whatever. But it feels like a conglomerate behind the scenes of people that they've worked with far as influencers that will shield it to make it looks like a great project, but it's like, hey, look at this great project that's real and we can push this. I just something's just off about Tectum to me. And I said, I don't give a crap if 100x's. Just something doesn't feel right about it. And so a lot of these projects that follow that Bitcoin layer two, and we're gonna do this on Bitcoin, I don't get into that stuff, man. It's just not my thing. But will I look into it and tell you what I think about it? Like I said, I did. I think I said what I think about Mint Layer and what you call it. But I'll say it again, because I know I sound like I just fudded it quite a bit, but I do remember. Let me before I say this next statement. I do believe that I remember that they do have some pretty decent backers behind them. Um, they do. So it could do well, but it's just not. It's just not in my. It's not in my area that I really pay attention to. Um, Sorry, you asked about one project and then I flooded another. My bad. I just really talk what I feel. I'm sorry, y'all. Diego said separate Archie and Crypto Galaxy, not Gem Hunters, bro. Um, oh, yeah, man. I'm out here hunting, man. I don't, I don't even know who Separate is, to be honest. But I heard that he did try to say something about me. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all on stream very, very, very publicly. Y'all seen me cry. Y'all seen I'm very emotional and all that good stuff. I am a Christian. I love God. That's how my mother raised me. But I'm also from the hood. So watch what you say about my name, Mr. Sepro, because I heard you said something about me. And I'm this is on live. I will not take it down. So watch how you put my name in your mouth, man. I'm out here helping people. I do my research. I don't know who he is, but from what I heard and what I seen, dude doesn't really like he knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm trying not to get involved in any drama. I know I got a nice smile, don't I? But yeah, y'all don't know where I'm from. Don't be saying bad stuff about me. Anyway, back to smiles. Don the Don said Elder Room. Yeah, we talked about that when we talked about it in the group. Um, I got it. I'm gonna be honest. I got it as a quick gamble, but I think what I did see behind them was really good. I need to catch up and see where they are at with developments, but they do have great backers. The product looks pretty good as long as they keep up and do what they say they're gonna what they're gonna do. So what the world just happened there? Oh, whoa. Um, I'm sorry, guys. Let me get this back real quick. Um, Let me get this back real quick. All right, now we're back. All right. So, um, Troy said I bought Alephium and Neon both. So you got in good. You got Alephium and sorry, I didn't mean to fudge your bags, but I said the good and bad about them. So Troy said I wish I bought more. Hey man, if I was buying around that market cap, yeah, but you never know. We always say that after something flies, we're like, man, I should have bought more. But you at that time, the conviction you had in it, you put in what the amount that you believed or whatever. Katie said the Patreon is lit. You're always helping me out. Oh, appreciate it so much. I mean, that's what I really try to do, like trying to help everybody make money. Um, Don. Oh yeah, I know about Unfettered. Yeah. Uh, Maybe I didn't put information in the Patreon about that. I was maybe probably waiting on some more development, but it's still around the same place where I got in at that. But that was one of my, I want to say gamble picks, but yeah, they got a pretty decent project, pretty good team behind them. So maybe I need to put some information out on them in the future. Alephium is EVM, but their own version of it. Yeah, but it's just like, excuse me. Like I said, hold on, what is this over here? Yeah, the only thing about, like I said, Alephium is the programming language they're using is not common, but they can still do pretty well. And if you got in the market cap you got in, you should do pretty well with it. But um, yeah, they follow the Casper narrative, but Ralph is just like it's not a common programming language. Oh, there, look the kind of the questions that I don't want to answer as much. Yeah, Sophia, they better do something, man. Things have been falling like a brick. But what I do believe with Sophia Verse is because of the people they are probably the most knowing, or the most knowing, the most knowledgeable in AI about AI in the space. So I believe they're going to pick up, and because I mean Sophia the robot, when people are coming in and retail investors are coming in and they hit Sophia the robot, which everybody knows because the robot is famous, I still believe it's going to pump. I bought my bags earlier. I'm going to hold them regardless. So that's one that no matter what happens, I'm not going to dump it because there's such a low market cap and they still can run a lot into the bull run once we're in the full blown bull run, but you got to realize these guys are tech nerds and they're focused on the tech and what they're doing and stuff like that. They do need some people in the marketing pumping the price and all that kind of good stuff. So I think it's going to still do well. And what they're trying to what they're doing is pretty cool. But like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if it's a pick that I picked or somebody else's pick. There's a lot of shiny toys, so you got to do your job when you put a project out. You don't you even for them who's Sophia the robot, you can't just say we have Sophia the robot and we got Ben Gortzel and excuse me, excuse me, and that's just gonna pump it forward. So, but listen, like I said, what people are not realizing, I'm not saying you are, but people who are under the impression we're already in a full blown bull market, that is not the case at all. The full blown bull market is still coming. So people are like, what? These other projects are moving and this one is not. That could be a good indicator. Correct. You're correct in that assumption. But it also, these projects could still be some of the biggest runners later. Because I believe, even though I don't like talking about this project because I don't like it, Gala sat, and just sat for a while last bull run. I mean, you had a chance to get in at 4 million market cap plenty of times, or a low market cap, and a lot of people didn't. And Gala was one of the biggest performers, so it doesn't necessarily mean because it's sitting that it won't move. Crypto Shane said, "What's good, bro? Things looking green today. ETF sell over, hopefully." Man, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Like I said, I believe they're trying to get all their investors that invested in the trust the same kind of amount of gains or X's or what is wrong? Profits, man. I'm so used to using crypto terms. But yeah, hopefully, the sale is over. But we got the halving coming up, like we talked about. Excuse me, we talked about earlier the fact that Swan Bitcoin is they got their own mining machine that they're coming out with. So look, everybody's trying to get to the money or where the money resides, as people say. Let me speed up with these comments. I see we got a lot in here. I don't know. Crypto Galaxy is calling 1 trillion market cap for Casper. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but that's not happening. I don't care what anybody says. I will bet my crypto on that. Who wants to take the bet? I'll take it. And I'm not even the betting guy. It's not going to do that, man. Don't listen to that foolishness, man. I see 30x is bullish to me. And okay, let's play the game. Let's play the game. So most bullish, I would say Casper could maybe 50x from here, but I think that's like overkill because we got so many great projects out there that have VCs that are pushing it, right? And they got great products. They're interoperable. They're working with other protocols and blockchains in the space. So I'm stick to it. 15, 20x for me to Casper. 50 is the most bullish, but my first bullish is 30x. 50 is the most bullish for me, but I can't be sitting around waiting for that, man. I think it's a 15 to 20x. If you got in early, I'm not trying to fudge your bags. I'm sorry, but all that talk of 1 trillion market cap, y'all believe that if y'all want to. Hey, you can believe it if you want to. I don't know. OTK solid competing with PZP. I'm not even bullish on PZP, so to say it's competing with PZP almost means nothing to me. They are not competing with Great Coin. I'll tell you that right now. They're not competing with Great Coin. PZP has a better team, great team. Yeah, man. Yeah, OTK does have the Solana people behind them, but yeah, Great Coin is a whole different beast, man. Don't let the market cap is at right now fool you. Troy said, "Sad we didn't get OTK before." Yeah, OTK did. It pumped like crazy. So those guys are lucky. I don't want to flood anybody's bags. Like I said, I still think he could do really well. Hit the like, guys. SSA, yeah, please hit the like. Honeyland isn't even on exchanges yet. Oh yeah. It's already on iOS and Android, so it definitely still has some room to grow. Seamless Web3 play, yeah. Honeyland is going to be dope. And I like their founder because he's not always just trying to push the price. He's trying to make a great product and all that good stuff. Degenerate Destiny. Oh, that's a dope name. I like that. Says looks like ZTK is finally awake. Man, people don't really understand what ZTK is going to do. I don't know what it did today, but I'll take a look. But I don't know if we can even say it's finally. Look, now somebody that came on the stream the other day has me always pressing ZTK instead of ZTX. Yeah. I mean, yeah, people don't know. ZTX is still going to do a lot, man. I wouldn't even call that awake yet. It's really going to do some good stuff. Troy said, Myriad, G Swift, both awesome. ZK Layer 2 gaming infrastructure and gaming studios. Yeah. But like I said, G Swift has the modular thing working for it and a lot of other things that haven't been said yet. You also hold some lit PZP OTK. Those are not ones that I hold. I'm not gonna flood anybody's bags. But I don't hold them. Can't go wrong with them. Just stabilize your portfolio with some high caps. Yeah, true. See when you're thinking like that. True. Degenerate Destiny says Salama is not it, bro. Yeah, I don't know too much about it. Keith said Maro looking like Salama meme for this bull run. Um, yeah, I think Myro could do pretty well. I'm not holding it. I still believe in. Listen, I'm sorry, but I still believe in holding the meme coins that have the memeonomics with a bunch of zeros because when retail comes in, they're like, it's going to go to 1 cent. That's what makes stuff go crazy. The community does too. Don't get me wrong, but you want the community behind the meme coin and the memeonomics and all that kind of stuff working together. So yeah, but I'm not saying they won't do well. I think they will. They can do well. I don't know about this llama one though. Oh, sorry, I was a little blurry. You said Maro looking like the Solana meme coin for this bull run. Okay, I thought okay. Yeah. It could definitely be the one. But still got bonk. So don't want to not bunk out of it. Bonk still could do crazy numbers. None of us know how much money can come in this cycle. It could be the same, it could be more. So that's exciting to think about that. GFAL looks ready to take off. Yeah, GFAL, man. GFAL is pretty low now, man. It could definitely come back. Who is that? Alphabot. I don't know. Oh yeah, look at it. Look at this trying to do a little something, something because he has been hanging around that 30. Well, it's still been around that 34, 30 cents range for a while, right? It dropped all the way down. Oh, it went down to 27. I didn't see that. GFAL got to prove stuff to me, man. I'm be honest, I'm in other stuff now, but we gonna see. Trip Hawkins, maybe they doing something else, but that's what it seems like. Just the only thing they've been trying to use to push it. But we'll see. Troy said we need to milk this probably last bull run for huge money. Yeah. Get off the grid and closer to God. Hey man, you saying my type of words, man. Oh, off the grid is where I'm going. Off the grid. Like I listen, I know everybody be like, I want a high rise in the city and I want to look cool. I want to have y'all can have that penthouse and high rise in the city. I am getting out of the city. I want my own, no, not want. I'm going to get my own land. I'm going to farm that sucker, have my fruit trees, and I'm excited. Y'all see how I'm smiling? Like I'm excited. I want my fruit trees, my garden. I want to farm. I would go full vegan. I don't want to get too deep in that, but I still want to farm my fish. I love fish. The other ones I could do without. But my lady, she loves the meat. She loves the meat too. Actually, she loves fruit and vegetable more than I do. But like her dad loves goats and all that kind of stuff, and farming those kind of things. But yeah, anyway, get off the grid. Yeah, man, definitely, man. That's what it's about. Heard of SCOM in a video game I played once before, but let me see, what is that? Um, Strike Compound. I've never heard of this. Is that it? Looks like it's yet to come out. Decentralized finance based money market. Twitter is quite old. If that's the same one, I don't see. Doesn't seem to have a lot of bullish sentiment around it. But if that's the correct one, I will look into it later. Um, I'll look into it later. Essence said it's really worrying that everybody got the same picks. It is because it sounds all cool, right? At first, until everybody's dumping at the same time, and then you at least like you want everybody holding your pick and talking about it when the bull run is here, right? But you don't want it to be where y'all all got in at the same time and y'all all dumping at the same time. That's why you want to, find some new coins or whatever. ZK Swap Finance. Yeah, I've seen ZK Swap Finance. I didn't get into it. Though I think the time even when I think I could have been thinking about getting into it, I think that's right when I got sick and I just I mean, yeah, it's still low. I got to dig into this one some more, so I will look into that one. Who's that? Who's the other somebody in the page Patreon? I will look into that one in the future. Personally, think Strat will be the axie of this run. Let me tell you guys. Let me tell you what I tell you, man. While I put this phone on the charger, I don't even care about the algorithm anymore. If y'all still here and y'all talking and hanging out, I want to answer the stuff y'all got. If my charger will cooperate with me, so shrapnel could be the axie of this this bull run. Notice what I said. Just like the YouTubers that try to scam you, the potentially being all that kind of stuff. It could be. It's a dope game. I'm investing in it. I got a pretty big bag in shrapnel because I got in early. I didn't get any private or pre-sales. I wish I did. But anyway, there's a lot of games coming out, and when I tell you, there are two specifically. Man, those suckers are bad. Man, those suckers are. I sound like somebody granddaddy. Oh, those suckers there. But those they're gonna be some great games. So, as I said, even for the bags that I hold, there's competition coming. Shrapnel's dope. It definitely could be Axie of the cycle, but there's some games coming there. They're like, boom, like what is like me? Because like I said, I was talking about earlier, somebody was talking about I won't say the name again because I don't want to flood anybody's bags, but I said this pick could just be being talked about because people are saying, hey, it could be like shrapnel and do as well as shrapnel. So grab this while it's a lower market cap. There's some games coming that there's nothing like them. What? How is that, man? I've seen everything, because every game's a first person shooter, and every game's a no, 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 not like some of these games that are coming. There's nothing like it. I don't see anything right now that's low market cap, small market cap, big market cap. I don't see anything like them out. I don't see anything potentially coming that will be like these. So that's why you got to be in the Patreon. Join the Patreon because y'all be. I know, even some of my patrons, they were like, "Man, you keep talking about these big market caps." For one, I believe they still going to do some tremendous numbers. That's why I'm talking about them. And they say, well, why are you not giving as many picks? Or I don't know what question. I don't think anybody's asking me that, but any question you might have, I know stuff. Just put it that way. I know some stuff that's coming out. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all. It's crazy. It's crazy. Rencho said, thank you for answer. You answered my question already. Cheers. Adtech said, what do you think of all you should be in the Patreon, my guy. You should be in the Patreon. They're dope though. I'll say that. Rencho said, can you outline how your portfolio is structured? You don't want. I wouldn't even say anybody should follow how my portfolio is outlined right now. And I was telling some people the other day, when people just try to say, hey, follow exactly how my portfolio is, like, but when did you get in those picks, Zoe, or whoever the person is? Like, if I got in super earlier, I can't tell you to outline your portfolio like mine, percentage wise, even percentage wise. Like, just I'm a math guy, and that's what I went to school for. So when you start talking about percentages, I probably think about percentages on a deeper level than other people do than just a fraction of 1/10 or 1/20th. Like, yeah, outlining my portfolio wouldn't help you. I just, you join the Patreon, you can talk to me and maybe I can help you how to outline yours. Sorry, it just ain't that easy. And don't let nobody convince you that it is that easy. Oh, get this much of Casper or this pick because this is how much I have. Like, no, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Don't listen to nobody that tells you stuff like that. Stardog. These Solana coins like OTK and Maro have hardly any liquidity compared to the market cap. They could seriously dump at any moment. Do I talk about that? That's kind of alpha, but it's not. Let me talk about that. So what people don't realize that most coins, I want to wager that 100% of coins do not have the liquidity that matches the market cap. I don't think that's why some people get money and some people don't. The liquidity never exactly matches the market cap. I think a lot of people don't understand that. That's a lesson to go in why what the reason for that is. But I don't know. I don't know as far as Myro and OTK. I haven't looked deep into it to talk about that, so I really can't talk about it right now. But I don't know. You just gotta hope the sentiment is bullish during the bull run when you get into a pick. AI Tech said karate. I think you're talking about karate combat. This is definitely a good coin. I don't know where the market cap of that one is right now. Look, sometimes y'all just want me to put y'all coin on screen. I know, but I'm I'm not a big channel yet, so I can do that. Yeah, it's decent. I wish I would have got it early, to be honest, because I believe it could be a lot of bullshit sentiment around this. A lot of people like UFC fighting and MMA fighting and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, I mean, karate should do well. I think it should do well. I don't hold it. So when I say that, I really mean that. And anytime I say it, I really mean it about a coin, if I think it could do well or not. But I think karate should do well. I think I even heard that they said, once again, I don't hold this, so I'm not shilling it, but I think that I heard that Joe Rogan was pretty bullish on karate as well. And like, I think he likes the idea of the project. So if you get Joe Rogan talking about it in a full bull, there you go. Make your money. Um, Lonray, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. It's called Stable Comp. Ticker. Excuse me. Let me look one more time. Let me look one more time. Why did I just make up a song on the spot? That is not a song. I don't even think that was a good song. So you can steal it if you want. Mm, um, I'm not finding this, my good sir. Let me go to CoinGecko. Stable comp. Oh, there it is. I see it on CoinGecko. See, I didn't give up on you. I was about to start singing again, but I won't. Mm, it just launched a while ago. Um, I will say the Twitter following does not look bullish. First, let me before I go to the next thing. What is it? First DeFi platform to easily manage and earn interest on your stable coins. Is it the first? I don't know if you're the first, my guy. You may not be the first. I'll let you. I know it sounds good to be on your Twitter blurb, so I'll let you have that. I can't really see who the investors are behind this either. I got so many windows open for y'all right now. You have no idea. Um, who are the investors? I can't see the investors behind this. What I will say is I can't see the investors behind it. It does not have a bullish Twitter following. Um, it does have. I do see two VCs that I know following the Twitter page. I don't know if that means they invested in it. Just too many ifs for me though. I don't know if I would invest in that. Fully diluted is low. It's up to you. It's not something I would invest in though. Um, is that LimeWire? Thoughts on LimeWire? Yeah, I know people are like thinking like, hey, because it's LimeWire and everybody from a certain generation knows what LimeWire is, they can FOMO into it, maybe like a meme coin. It's just interesting to see them come to the Web3 space. As much as I know about LimeWire, I never used it, but much as I know about them, I didn't even get too excited to look deep into it to see what they're doing. Let me check a couple things on it real quick. Um, what is that ticker again? I just don't know why they would be here in the space. They got some pretty decent backers behind them. What are they trying to do over here? Explore the new. Wait, can you really? Wait, can you legally say that? Explore the new LimeWire? Because we know what LimeWire was before. This is the future of AI content creator. Man, I'm gonna look into it later to see what they say they're trying to do. I will say the market cap did go up because I think when I first saw LimeWire, was it 7 million market cap or was it like? Let me see. Or was it like 14? My brain is giving me both of those numbers for some reason. Um, what has it run? Let me move this thing over here. I don't know. It's up to you, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's something I would invest in. I have to look in later and see what it's doing. JDP, what up, big dog? What's up, man? Um, I think I know what you're saying, ad tank, but I'm not sure. Troy Stein says, Zoe, you and Crypto Self would make an awesome collab. You are both very knowledgeable and honest non-shillers. God bless you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely try. I do what I can. What is this on the screen? I thought it was going to take me to like the. They do it like that. Okay. I appreciate it. I'm here to help people. Like honestly. Um, JDP said big dog pumps coming in. Okay. Oh, for the Patreon. I hope so, man. Because it's nice that I saw a couple of you like brought me stuff. Like I put a project out, and then you guys went and looked into the project and found more stuff on it. Like I like stuff like that. Like I know a lot of people are new, and I try to help the new people, and I will spoon feed because the group is still small. But you know, you got to put your own work into, and I like to see when people like I put a project out there and people like, oh, look what I found on this project. I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would love more people to join the Patreon. We create a little, I don't want to say family, it sounds corny, but you know, a group that we bouncing off one another and we all making money together. So you know, join the Patreon. There's a lot of good information in there. Especially if you guys are new to the space. I do want to, actually, I'm making a video right after this to help people out. So I'm trying to make those videos to help people who are just starting out understand things better. I know a lot of people just, and some people ask me directly, right? And I don't mind it. I'm a direct person myself. Like, hey, when I'm on other people Patreons, I got videos on this and videos on that. Man, that's, you know, we in the Patreon to make money. Like, that's cool. You got all these videos about this and like, look all the videos I made you guys. And but if that's what you're paying for a Patreon for, man, that's not the reason to pay for it. The reason to pay for it is to make money and for people to help you find picks that you can make money off. But that is an additive that I do try to offer. Even though I feel like my Patreon prices is like very low. Like it's very, very low. Like, I mean, what is that? What's that? $50 a month for, and I'm giving more picks and I feel like better picks than some other people are giving you, like Sepro, who tried to put my name in his mouth incorrectly, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not that guy. Don't do that, because I'm an honest person and I really try to help my people. So don't be saying stuff about me. Anyway, where do you think Next can go? Where's Next at right now? Feeling better today, y'all. Y'all don't realize I'm feeling like trash, even though I coughed a little bit in the beginning. Yeah, hear my lady's beautiful laugh. She is so cute. I love it. Next, conservatively, I should I say that super conservatively, 800 million market cap, conservatively 3 billion market cap from where it is now. So that's what I feel about Next. Troy said you were tempting me to join the Patreon. Yeah, I mean, tempting. I don't know. It's a good Patreon. Like, I know my stuff. I research it. Do I know every project? No, I do not. But I talk about ones that obviously people come like, hey, do you know about this one? I'm like, I already put information about that in the Patreon, and I don't even feel like I've done that with a lot of projects. But yeah, and one thing I'll say is here's honesty. And see, that's another thing that you join my Patreon, because I'm honest. So there's only 2 picks that I recall that I put out that like went down, but they were near launch or whatever. I still feel like my entry was good and the entry I gave was good. But the rest of them, like, and I know some people like, this project just launched. Are you sure you want to put money in it? But they do nothing but go up. Like, there's not many picks in my portfolio that are anywhere in the red, like at all. I'm not waiting to get gains in them, or at least at minimum already 2x them or 3x them really. But when I say something like, if it's a big market cap and it just launched or something like that, and you like, are you sure? Oh, trust me, I'm sure. And I think the 3 picks that I did that with, they all immediately started going up, because an intelligent person in the space will say, hey, when something launches, like, don't get in it right away because the price can fall. If I tell you to get in the market cap right away when it launches, trust me, I know what I'm talking about, and that sucker's going to go up. And that's what happened with those, or they're at least going to be pretty stable, right? And I'm not trying to say I'm all knowing. I don't have a crystal ball, but I think I pretty much know what I'm talking about. But like I said, if it's ever quiet in the Patreon, trust me, believe that I'm actually doing something. That I'm actually studying. Um, 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 that's one of the one of the not patrons, one of the Discord projects that I'm really bullish on. They just put out some kind of announcement. But yeah, man, join the Patreon. I mean, $50 for what you get, I think is good. JDP said Myro, big dog for sure. No cap. I haven't gotten Myro, so yeah, I see y'all like it. Armzilla said, yo, how's the cough? The cough is better. I was coughing at the beginning of the stream, but I think it's much better now. And I think I have to talk more. And one thing that my lady says, and actually a lot of my friends tell me I have a deep voice. I don't really hear it, but I'm kind of accepting it now. So my voice rumbles, I guess, and so it causes me to cough more than it makes me look more sick than I am sometimes. But I'm feeling really good now. Lonray says stable comp plan to build on Mint Layer 2. I don't know, man. That's not in my area. And there's some, like I said, I will look when people ask about a particular project, but it's really not into my, where I'm looking to really get into. Diego said, let's pump ELU on Solana super low. Oh yeah, man, listen, as I always say, I don't want mean to sound arrogant, but I feel like my bags are gonna pump themselves. Illumia is a great gaming project. It looks great. They've been developing it for a while. They're still developing it. A lot of players have been playing it. They like the game. They have Lazy Peon, which is one of the biggest gamers in the space with millions of followers. Where is that sucker at right now? Lazy Peon has a lot of he has millions of followers. And he's a gamer from the Web 2 space. So, and a lot of people in Web 2 respect this guy when it comes to MMORPG games. They respect this guy's opinion, and he's one of the advisors on. Look at that. What y'all doing in Illumia right now? Y'all better get some of that Illumia. But yeah, it's a low market cap, man. This thing is it's really gonna do well. If you ask me, yeah, I really like this game is dope. And like I said, with Lazy Peon behind it, helping them advise the game, I think it's going to do well. Oh yeah, Ad Tank. That's one of the ones I'm talking about. Yeah, it's dope. It's a dope game. People they have no idea. So we got to save that one though, because I got to get it when it comes out. But listen, I think it's been a pretty good stream. 90 minutes is not what I was expecting to do, but you guys hung around with asking questions. I appreciate you guys being on the stream. Lon Racer, are you bullish on projects like Neon? Yeah, man, I hold Neon. I was one of the first people to find. I got a Neon back in August before people was talking about it. Like when I got in Neon, it was on an exchange called Hot Coin Global, and the entire exchange was in Chinese, and I had to use Google Translate to translate what was on the exchange to figure out how to convert the exchange to English, so I could understand how to use the exchange and how to buy on there. So definitely, yeah, I was one of the first people to get in Neon. Very bullish on that. I try not to shield it now because I got in super early and it looks kind of terrible on my part to be talking about it all the time. It's going to pump itself. Like I said, all my picks I believe are going to pump themselves. I don't really have to shield them. Got my eyes on what you say, Mora Swap and whoo, I'm gonna have to look at those. I don't know what those are, my guy. Let me see. Did I do that thing again? I did. Let me see. I'm pulling it back up again. Do, 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 do. Nobody said. Now I'm singing Lion King for some reason. Just can't wait to be king, but I can't. I can't wait to be king. So, I'm gonna look up. Actually, I'm gonna put these on my list to look up right now. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do. That's a long name, my guy. Yeah, I'll look at those. But hey, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out on the stream. We had a little mishap somewhere in between, but a lot of you guys stayed around. I really appreciate you guys, and hopefully, you got your questions answered. Learned something today. Hopefully, I didn't flood anybody's bags too much or whatever. But yeah, we gonna have a good time. Join the Patreon if you guys are not a part of the Patreon yet. I'll do one little last shield of it. This is the Patreon at patreon.com/cryptozo. It's only $50 a month. We got some other questions. Once I make some money, I'll be joining your Patreon. Okay, cool. But hey, the Patreon is where you make the money, because I made a couple calls even recently that are going to be some big runners. So that's up to you. That's up to you. It's up to you. Cypher Protocol. I'm be honest. Cypher Protocol is one of those ones that I heard of. I could be completely wrong, as I know. Let me pull up over here. I feel like it was one of those ones that has a great name, says they do something, but it feels like one of those. Let me look at one thing before I make this strong statement. It feels like one of those projects that I'm gonna look at their website. I'm gonna look, because they didn't even have a website before. To me, it gave off one of those projects that influencers said, like, we're gonna make this thing look official and we're gonna push it. It never felt fully legitimized to me. Trying to pull up their Twitter now. it just something about it didn't feel legit. And I talked about this quite a bit. I know I'm not saying this is one of them, but I know two projects that were rugs. Um, and they made it sound so legit. They had influencers talk about it, and now everybody's quiet. But it gave me that type of feeling, um, which made me never really want to look into it. And I know I could be completely wrong, and I don't want to flood anybody's bags, but it just felt very contrived. It didn't feel legit to me, and it still kind of doesn't. Untraceable, stable. I don't even what it says it does. I'm not really into that stuff. I'm sorry, Armzilla, because you really been dope to the channel and supportive. So I don't want to flood any bags, but it just doesn't seem legit to me. Something about it is a little fishy, and I could be wrong. But yeah, it's not a risk I'm willing to take far as investing in it. Your thoughts on kudos? Shapeshift? Shapeshift is really old. I don't know how long you've been in the space, but I don't know every project, but I know quite a few of them, and I do know that Shapeshift had has had some of the biggest backers, right? So maybe that's something that turns you onto it. But if we talking the same Shapeshift is ancient. I feel like that Shapeshift is like from the archaic days, like right. It was not archaic as I was saying, but I mean January 2021. Um, what was Shapeshift supposed to be doing? Was it like it was supposed to be like interoperable decks or something? Or um, yeah. Shapeshift is dirt old. Could they still be developing? They could be, but I mean, it's so old. I don't. Yeah, they have some great backers, interoperable decks, and all that kind of good stuff. But maybe I'll look again. Are they doing something? I mean, I guess interoperability is a big thing this cycle more so again, but I don't know. It's just the project is so old that I'm just like, ugh. Patreon, Nicholas. Yeah, I have a Patreon. Yes, and yeah, I do have one for yeah. Lonray said look into more for sure. First AMM on Neon. Do I? Surprising, I haven't heard about. I'll look into it. But yeah, I think that was a good stream, guys. Man, we about to hit 2 hours. We can't do that. But yeah, I mean, you guys hanging out. I appreciate it, but I do got to get to some work. I got to make a video for some guys today in the Patreon. And is that him? Is that you, JDP? Um, yeah, so I got to get to making this video and a lot of other stuff, some other videos and some other plans. But thank you guys for hanging out on the stream, and we'll do this again. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it and learned something because that's that's the whole point. But thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next.